Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to get into my weekly check-in, and I am excited that it is Thursday. I just realized while I was setting things up and thinking to myself, Thursday was a convenient day to do my weekly check-in because one, my husband gets paid on Fridays, and this way the numbers lined up with paychecks and made my life so much easier doing it that way. And two, I realized every Thursday I know what I have available for the weekend if we need to have some fun. So I just thought that was kind of an interesting little tidbit and enjoyed that. You're going to see pretty much everything in here is spent. And you're going to see really high unbudgeted, but it was intentional spending out of our buffer of our checking account. So there was plenty of money there. I didn't want to go over budget in the spending of planning. So it was just unbudgeted and we didn't plan on it, and it was kind of an impulse, but we really did enjoy it. So I really like that kind of thing. But at the same time, you want to be careful. You don't want to be doing too much frivolous spending. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to dive into the numbers. We're going to look at the calendar, and then I'm going to show you my credit card log and how I'm going forward with my weekly check-ins and with how my spending categories are taken care of. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so weekly check-in. Here's the numbers. Here's the calendar. I check in from Friday to Thursday every week. But sometimes when I close out a budget on Thursdays, in the evening after I've already filmed and got ready to edit and upload for the next day, because I'll film it on Thursday and then edit and upload on Friday, there are some spending that still happens. So I do put it on the proper day. Just know I'm counting it out of this money during this time period. So as long as it's accounted for, that's all that really matters, and your numbers are flowing well, then you're good to go. And mine are. Now I do have a few things in here that are in this green that were part of, did I keep last month's in here? No, that's my sinking fund. But these four right here are part of these four here on my March credit card log. And you're going to see where in March I had put A's next to this, meaning I will count it in April's budget, because what had happened was they were pending on the credit card. Now, all my spending categories, grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, gasoline, and unbudgeted, go onto my credit card now, all of them. Sometimes we occasionally have it go on the debit card and the cash pay it right away. It's because we forgot to change the debit card on the Amazon to the credit card, but that's okay. Most of the time we can remember to manually change that. I just need to go online and fix that. But if I have a balance, and these four here were a balance, that's carrying over to our credit card log in the beginning of the month, I will make a payment amount for that amount, and you'll see down here I made that payment amount to kind of cancel these two out, and then I have my true spending for April, and I've already got one credit card log filled. I only have 3 spaces left here, and I still have another page, and we're only in week 1. So I may be filling out, this will be my first full month doing the credit card completely with all our spending and some bills. I may start putting other bills in this. I don't know yet. I haven't decided, but the goal of putting it on the credit card is, one, not only to show activity, but two, we get rewards points. I can cash them out. I'm at $300. I was at $200 when I first started this. So I'm going to track this for a few months and see how this looks, what kind of points and cash back we can get, and see if it's worth continuing. I still probably will continue it regardless of the cash back, but with inflation and stuff, it's nice to have a little cash back from the credit card as long as I can keep the credit card paid off. Now, if I have to pay any interest at all, it's not worth the cash back. So if your interest payments on the credit card are higher or at all on the credit card and you get cash back, that kind of cancels each other out. So just because it's cash back doesn't mean you should be using it using your credit card. It has to be intentional spending on there and intentional payments. And we're paying it off weekly. So when I do my weekly check-in, you're going to see on the credit card log, I paid off everything for the week. And as you saw, I already paid off in March. In this month's time period in April, these four spending $180 that I had here spending, that's paid off. And then all these peach colors that you see, that spending is already paid off as well. And then I think I have one past that. Yeah, I have actually two past that. That happened here, but I didn't know it was going to happen, so I haven't paid these, but everything else as far as daily spending, those were going to happen, and that was just a last minute purchase. And this, so these are the only two that haven't been paid on the credit card, but that's okay. I'm still going to count it in spending, and it will get paid off next week when that time period comes. So this is new for me talking about, so if I stutter a little bit or if I'm pausing a lot, it's because I'm trying to gather my thoughts. And transitioning to a new system is really hard. Your brain is not used to it. It's not muscle memory for your brain anymore, and you're like, what do I do? So it's a little bit difficult, but we will get through this. So let's stick around for that. I went ahead and put a post-it note together here and filled out all the different spending, and everything is on here except for these two. I don't think these two are on here, and I can go back and add that on. Yes, I can go back and add those on. So I have these two I need to put on, and everything else is on here, and then we'll total those up. I'm also going to zoom you guys in so you can see the numbers better, and we will go from there. Okay, I am back. So here's my calendar. I popped the pages out to make it easier. I love a disc system. I love making my own budget sheets. I actually sell these in Etsy, so if you're interested, there's a link in the description below, and you can check out my shop. But here, I went ahead and went through and wrote down everything that I spent in each category. And these are my categories: grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, gasoline, and unbudgeted. These are the colors that I use, and I just kind of go from there. I'm debating whether I want to, I don't always before, but I might going forward in future months when I start printing and cutting my own expense stickers, having this color code system. Now, I did show this with something right here that I've put white out over, which was a box that was purple and it said Visa bills. I have put that on my bill page and took it out of the spending weekly check-in because it was confusing me. Even though it all goes on the credit card, it still needed to go on the bill page. So here we go. The first spending that I have, let's see, let's just put over here. Everything's moving on me. Hold on one second. The first thing I have here is Dollar General for $6. I ran over and got something for my husband he wanted before he left, and I just didn't want to go all the way to the grocery store, so I went to Dollar General and picked up a couple of items. Actually, let's kind of do this. There we go. And so over here on this side of the calendar, we had $3.47. I took my husband to the airport. I got some water, and I count that as part of grocery household just because I would normally get at a grocery store. Let's see here. I have a Walmart family groceries, $167.43, and then I ordered some supplements online on Amazon. And I usually get that at the grocery store, but I forgot that day, or they didn't have it or something, what I wanted. So I went ahead and ordered it on Amazon. And of course, in a couple of days, it's here. So all of those transactions happen. There's nothing new there. And now I need a calculator. So I'm going to use this little one over here. Let's see, where do I want to put it? I think I'll just put it right here in the middle. And let's go ahead and total up these numbers. So I have $6 plus $3.47 plus $167.43 plus $12.95. $198.85. Okay. Now, I have not done all this beforehand. I mean, I went over numbers a little bit yesterday, but I don't have it all written out in front of me. So $198.85 is what I have for grocery household. And you may be asking, what is grocery household? What does that exactly mean? Well, it means that anything I buy at a grocery store that is part of groceries of food that you eat, or household items of cleaning and little things that you can buy at just a regular Walmart grocery store. Not the big super Walmarts, but the smaller marketplaces. Then, or like a regular Kroger's, Harris Teeter kind of thing. All those grocery stores. That is what I'm talking about. Grocery, household, things to run the household with. So that's that. It just, because I buy it in one place, I don't want to divide the receipt up. And that's why I do it that way. All right, so moving this up just a little bit here. Restaurants. So we did do a little more eating out than normal. I'm kind of glancing over here at my my tracker on my spreadsheet. But it was just because my husband was leaving and we wanted to celebrate or just spend time together, do things together, things like that. So I did carry over from last month after I closed out the budget. And this was on the debit card. That's why there's a little D right there. My husband went to Burger King, got something to eat for himself and lunch on the way home from a meeting or something. And then I'm just going to put a check mark over here. And so 1309 is what I have there. I'm going to run through the numbers on the calculator while we talk. And then 3204, which was pizza. I gave an extra tip than normal, then 3204. And so it was a little more than what we usually do. Just because gas prices are high, I just feel really bad. Delivery people and stuff like that. I want to make sure they have money, even if it's just a little bit extra to offset that cost. 65.48. My husband and I went out to dinner, got appetizers, a meal, and a whole shebang. And 65.48. Again, we gave a generous tip, and that was Jose Tequila's. It's a Mexican restaurant, and it was pretty good and enjoyed that. And then let's see, what else did we have? Oh, so after I took my husband to the airport because he's traveling on business and he's going to be gone for a couple months, I didn't feel like cooking. So $21.34 for me and my sons for dinner. And that was the last restaurant transaction. We have not gone out to eat. I have not gone out to eat, and that is healthier for us. So let's see what this total is. This is $131.95. Okay, my husband also went out to eat on Friday for lunch. So this was Thursday, that's Friday. So that was how much? He went to Recovery Sports Grill. So that was $40.67. Again, a generous tip. It was a goodbye party for someone at work, and they had burgers. Sports. And so that was a transaction I missed. I can't believe I've missed it on. I got it on my credit card log, which is great because I needed to make sure that was there. So this is how I account for my spending on the calendar. I just do an expense sticker. I still have old Sarah Marie stickers, and you'll see me use these up this month. I just finished this one, and it will change color later in the month because I'm using them up, and I thought because the decorations were very colorful, I could use them up. So I'm going to add $40.67. A lot of this was, some of this was a good generous tip as well, because my husband overheard contractors from other companies or construction contractors were there, and they say they don't add a tip because the company won't reimburse them for the tip that they leave. And he felt really bad for the waitress because she worked really hard to make sure their meals were good and they were taken care of and all that stuff. And I'm like, I didn't know that. That's so sad that they wouldn't be generous to leave a tip, but I understand some people are just not able to leave much of a tip, but leave something. I don't know. It's hard. I mean, my gifting with my husband as well, we're both generous people, so we love to help those who need the extra, which is why we tithe and do offerings and things like that. So $40.67, and that gave us $172.62. Now I need to come over here and look. There's something missing that I haven't put. So I got that now. $40, $32, $65, and then the $21.34. Did I get that as well? Let's see. Yes, $172.62 is the total. My spreadsheet matches now, and I feel so much better. It's hard when you're bringing over from last month and this month. So now that that mystery is solved, I can move on to the next thing, miscellaneous. So miscellaneous, I want to take this sticker and kind of move it up so we can see the bottom half. All right, miscellaneous, we have, let's see, $9 on Amazon. My husband made a purchase. Then let's see here. After that, so there's that $9. Oops. Let's go ahead and, oops. 9. The next thing we have on miscellaneous is $3, which was airport parking. And then $27. I bought, oops. $9 plus $3 plus $27. I bought movie tickets for me and my sons to go to see Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and it's one of their favorite things. So we're going to go dinner and a movie. So the dinner is actually at the movie theater. It's called Cinema Cafe, and we love it. And then I went to Rose's to get something for my son, 22, 24. So my son was doing cap and gown photos here, and oh my, cap and gown photos. So make sure there's nothing I'm missing over here. No. Okay. And I can't believe he's graduating. I just can't believe he's graduating high school. It's just kind of hitting me right now. Cap and gown photos, and he needed a white button-down shirt, and the one I had bought, I had washed it. It didn't wash well, and I got it at H&M, and I thought it would work, and it didn't work. And then I went to Rose's discount, which is right around the corner where I live, and they had these kits with ties and button-down shirts, professional looking. And so I bought those in a larger size, and it fit him better, and that's what it is, cap and gown photo. And I bought 2 different sizes. One of these I might take back, so I might put the money back in, but until I do that, I'm not going to worry about it. So 22, 24, and then I have here Amazon plus 21.19, which I got my husband a fan that goes around your neck. He has high anxiety and gets overheated very easily, and I just need to make sure he's okay. And I'm going to erase this line because I did add one more thing. So I added some extras to Sarah Marie kits for my Plan With Me's, and I ordered these $2.50, I think. And I spent $17.23 because I bought enough to get me through till June. Because it was my son's graduation kit that that I stopped at. So let's see. Plus Sarah Marie, it's $17.23. And that gives us $108. And now I need to update my tracker over here. Okay, it took me a minute, but I finally got the right number. So it is $99.66. Double check my math over here. Yes, that's what it says. Okay, whew. I'm not sure why it's not working for me today. And then gas, the dreaded gas. Oh, good Lord. So my husband got gas and then he leaves. So that was $57.84. There's only 2 transactions. And then I got gas. So let's look at that. Yeah, move the sheet on myself. I got gas and they're about $4.09 for each. So 57.84 plus the 97.48. Okay, so it gives us $137.32. I have 2 vehicles now full of gas, and we're good to go. And one of them's only one of them's being driven, so that's interesting. We'll see what happens after that. Now, those are my spending categories. Now, I do have unbudgeted. And if I just flip this over, I kind of put unbudgeted on the back. And I'm going to line that up a little bit better so it's not so crooked. All right, erase this line because I did add one more unbudgeted item, which was Canva. So Canva, which is a sinking fund, did go get charged on the credit card, $119.40, which is where I have most of my charges go for some of these sinking funds. So, and we'll start over here. So you're going to see I spent $180.19 on Legos. That is not unusual for us. We love Legos. My son loves Legos. It is his thing. It is his passion. So we buy him Legos. But this kit was the DeLorean. I wonder if I have a picture I can pull up real quick. Let me grab, sorry about the shaky camera. Grab my iPad here and see if it updated. So if you love Lego and you get the emails, on April 1st, they put out the DeLorean from the movie Back to the Future. And I've talked about this before. Yes, it is on here. So I'll just give a quick pick here. And this is what it looks like. And he built the whole thing for me. Here's the top view. Here's the other side view. But I love this kit. It's one of my favorite movies. It's got this little plaque with the 2 minifigs and the plutonium and the hook. You can build it all 3 movie designs. It's got the wheels for the white walls over here. It's got the top part that went into the Western movie. And then it's got the hoverboard, and there's Mr. Fusion if I want to change it into that. So we can convert it different ways. And I love it. I just thought it was a lot of fun, and we can switch it up anytime we want. But that is Lego's DeLorean. I just thought, oh, this is really cool from Back to the Future. So I had my son build it for me and my husband. My husband wanted it, and I'm like, yeah, I want it too. So we went ahead and did that. And it was a $180 kit. I am not lying. That was like, ouch. But it was something fun that we wanted, and so we got it. We just went for it. We normally don't. Normally all Lego kits go to my son, but it was nice to have something like that. Now at Christmas time, I do Christmas decor Legos, so that's a whole different thing. I did spend $200 in N8 Chiropractic. It's a walk-in chiropractic service where you can go in and get adjustments done, and basically they'll just adjust you and give you advice on, how to stay, in good health. And it's just an easy way. You don't make an appointment, you just show up. I love it. Amazon, $40.73. This is also a sinking fund. This is graduation stuff. Basically it was decorations, tablecloth, paper plates, napkins, just banners and things like that. My son's graduating from high school. I found some on Amazon that were blue and gold or blue and yellow, and that went well with his school colors. And then another sinking fund, which is Canva, and that was $119.40. Now I did transfer over $120 at the beginning of the month to cover this, so when I paid the credit card, we're good. And I transferred it out of the savings account along with the checks that will be coming out on whatever paycheck they come out on, depending on how long it takes to get the checks from our house to get deposited for the companies. but one was Climate Makers and one was Orkin, so we'll see how long that takes. But I mailed those out on the same day, so hopefully soon that will happen. And that is all the spending. Now today is Thursday, and I'm making a no spend day. When my husband's gone, I don't have to buy as many groceries, so we're saving money that way, but we're still squeaking by. So even our budget's like really high, so I don't know. Oh, I haven't totaled this up yet. So my unbudgeted total is 180.19 plus the 200. Now when I spend 200 in chiropractic, I'm buying 12 sessions, which is $16.66 per session, there and about. And so basically I'm getting 4 sessions for free because they're $25 a session. So that's why I buy it in bulk, so I can pay less. Once I use 12, I just pay again. So that's why I do it that way. $40.73, and then $9.40. Okay, so unbudgeted was $540.32. Now, with that being said, being unbudgeted, these last two came out of sinking funds. So technically, out of the buffer, the checking account, only $380.19 was spent. This Amazon purchase is going to be deducted from the end of the month sinking fund deposit, so I don't have to put as much in, and then we get to keep it. I'm just reimbursing myself essentially, and then I've already transferred the $120 to cover this, so I get 66 change in our checking account, which is fine. I just rather do whole numbers sometimes. So technically, only $380 of this is unbudgeted because of the sinking funds. But I want to track it, so I want to make sure I don't miss anything. That's why I log everything. All right, so now I can take this little sticky note, I can go to my weekly check-in, and I can write these numbers down. Now, when I do my weekly check-in, I do not have to track the unbudgeted or subtract it out of these numbers because it's out of the buffer, the checking account, not out of the spending categories. I'm just putting it here to see what my unbudgeted looks like, and should I or should I have not done it, things like that. So it's just a conversation I have with myself. So $189.85 is grocery household, which is excellent because I gave myself $300 per week for the month of August. I'm sorry, this is not even August. April. Whew, I'm not sure where my head is right now. So here we go. Restaurants. Now we went way over budget on restaurants, but when my husband's gone, we're going to be over budget until the end of the month. And that's okay. I'm not worried about it because what we didn't spend in groceries will cover what we went over here, which is fine. 172.62, because next week, the 11th, is my son's spring break from school. So we'll be doing a little more eating out, and not too much. We're going to do it this Saturday, the 8th, and maybe Tuesday when we go to the zoo. So we might eat at the zoo. And you know how expensive those places are. My goodness. Let's see. Miscellaneous is $99.66, and then gas is over budget, which is $137.32, and then the unbudgeted total, and I just put this in parentheses because I don't count it, $540.32, and this is just for my records only to remind me, oh yeah, that was two sinking funds plus a couple of decisions that we just decided to go ahead and take it out of the buffer, the checking account. So I'm going to go ahead and total it this way, and then I'm going to do the balances and get this number and go ahead and set up this budget. And the budget numbers for this area are the same as this. Whatever's left over, positive or negative, I'm going to add that to it, and that's how I'll know what I have for week 2 of April. So I'll be right back.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like. You're smiling, but there's something missing in your eyes. Girl, I can tell that you have something on your mind. But I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will...
Okay, I am back. Okay, I am back. Here we go. I have my totals, where I'm over, where I'm under, and how much I had left over in total out of my 4 categories. Again, I do not include my unbudgeted. That comes out of the buffer, the checking account, not the spending categories. When I'm over in my spending categories, I'm hoping that the other categories can kind of compensate for it and carry through until the end of the month. But sometimes they don't. Like last month, I just let everything ride and just counted everything because I was doing a whole new system with the credit card log and charging everything to the credit card to get the points to get the extra cash, which I have not cashed out yet. So I will do that. I'll let you know when I do decide to do that. So I only had $13.05 left over. My husband is gone, so I'm not buying as much groceries. So I do expect I'll probably spend I might spend a good amount of money, but not all of this. I think I'll have $100 left over. That's my guess. If that's the case, then I have enough to, if I have to get gas one more time, because I don't drive my husband's Jeep. He has a Jeep Wrangler. I do not drive that. I do move it when I need to, but I don't drive it on the regular basis. I drive our Armada, and I might get gas again before the end of week 2, but I have no idea. Let's see. Everything else in these categories, I'm okay with. Now, I'm trying to decide on restaurants, because restaurants might be one of those things where when we do go to the movies, to Cinema Cafe, like we plan to on Saturday to watch the movie Sonic, that's going to be a large expense. It's just like going to anywhere else where they give you a bottle of water for $3. I mean, it's ridiculous when you buy $1 at a grocery store or something like that. Or $1.50. I don't know what it is now. I haven't bought just a single, but you can buy a big 24 pack for like $4 or $5, $3 or $4. So, depends on where you get it. But anyway, I digress. It's going to be a large charge. So I will either decide to make it unbudgeted and take it out of the buffer to checking account, which is where I'm leaning right now, or if the other categories can carry it and at the end I still have money left over, then I'll do it in the categories and go negative in restaurants. Typically when my husband's gone, we may go out to eat. If you saw my videos last month, twice for me and my sons, we order a pizza on Friday night, and then on Sundays, every other Sunday, I might grab McDonald's or something like that when I don't feel like cooking on the weekends. So that's basically it for spending. But this is the weekly check-in, and it looks pretty good. The credit card log, I'll quickly show you real quick. Here's all that spending you just saw. So last month, this was $180.15. That was these green transactions you saw over here. Carried over from March. I made a payment, let's see right here, $180.15, which canceled this out. I'm gonna move this other sheet. Hold on a second. Which canceled this out, and this is how I'm doing my weekly check-in for my credit card. And then these are highlighted exactly as my expense stickers are highlighted, and with this top here, they kind of match because they're all colorful. It's really cool. So purple is the only thing I don't have as a line item, which is my Visa bills. I just highlight it separately, a different color, and that just tells me this is a bill, not so much my spending, and not always able to control the date that it comes out. So everything else I get to control and make a decision whether we're going to spend or not. And so this is everything. And so right here you see a payment. The only thing I haven't paid are these 2 Wednesday transactions. So I only owe $136.63, but I did pay everything for the week, which was this amount right here, $1,045.12. Made the payment, and these were the only outstanding transactions, which why there is no line right here through them like there are here. When they're pending, I put a highlight mark, and when they're cleared and they have charged completely on the credit card, I put a line through it, and I know I can count that and make that payment. If they're pending, I can't pay it. The bank won't let you until it stops pending. So that's where that is at. And I'm going to pop these pages in and close out this video. So I'll be right back. Okay, that is it, guys. This is my weekly check-in. I have $625.55 budgeted for the entire week for all 4 spending categories. And I have specific amounts that I'm tracking per category, but at the same time, if one category goes over, another category can kind of compensate for it. With my husband traveling on business, I probably won't be spending as much, but then again, I am feeling the itch to spend, and I'll probably do it as unbudgeted because, you know, that emotional spending does happen, and I'm trying to keep it under control. So we'll see. But here we go. This is the weekly check-in. I do want to show real quick the calendar. Move this out of the way for a second. This is the calendar for all the bills that come out. If it does not have a color in the corner, that means it is a bill that comes out of our checking account or is transferred from our checking into savings. If there is a purple, right now I got check, like I have purple here but no check mark, that means it's a bill that's coming this weekend. Here are check marks, that means it's cleared and I paid it. It all went to the credit card, and that is how I'm tracking that. So yeah, I'm coming up with a new system, and I like it. It feels weird, but as I get used to it and keep smoothing out everything and simplifying everything, because sometimes you overcomplicate it in the beginning and then make it smoother as you go along and simplify it. That is kind of what I'm trying to do right now. But that is all I have for you. The next video you will see today's weekly check-in. I'm going to be working on next week's Plan With Me's A5 and the hourly, and then next Friday will be, or next Thursday, I will do the next weekly check-in, and then next Friday will be also the paycheck to paycheck. So those are the budgeting videos I have coming and planning videos. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you make it this far in the video, please go ahead and put emoji of just a heart emoji of whatever color, or the rainbow colors of hearts in the comment section below. I would love to see that you guys made it this far, and I hope you have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I love you? Wanna see